Mute. Yes, talking about track record, in one of your writings, you said that based on uh, Peter Obi's Anambra, you don't think he will make, or you don't think it should be the next 2023. So then some people will say that if I know track record means a lot, so that's why I just picked that article. I'm not saying that's the only thing you're talking about track record. I just picked that article. So when you look at the Katsina where the president came out from, you looked at an Adamawa where VP Atiku came out from. If you look at an Ogun State where President Obasanjo came out from, and look at the Bayelsa. Uh, since we in that particular article you talked about Anambra, so how do you think it works against Peter Obi? Because if we should look at these states, then all these people that became president won't have even come forth. And also remember, some Nigerians, some believe that Asiwaju is from Osun State, not really Lagos. So, what do you have to say about that? There are a lot of interesting questions because we know you're a teacher, you educate, and that's what you do best. And so, that is the direction we want to take this discussion. So, after that question, Dr. Mo, you will respond and react, and Mr. Martins also. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. I would like to say that, first of all, let me make something clear. Unlike Dr. Mo or Dr. Moses, who is associated or connected to Peter Obi's movement, I understand he's an assistant youth leader in that movement. I am not connected to Asiwaju. I've never seen him. I've never met him. I'm not a member of APC. I'm not political. I'm not a political party member. I'm not campaigning for him. I'm just analyzing facts. And I'm making suggestions. I'm bringing together empirical evidences. And on the basis of that, coming to conclusions. So now to go to your question, concerning Peter Obi, looking at him and listening to him, I fell in love with him back in 2017. And I was busy campaigning for him, not to be president, but I was just saying we need somebody like this in Nigeria. Because he used to go to the UK. There is a television station there they used to call OBE. Maybe it's still there, I don't know. He's an African, I think he's owned by a Nigerian. And he used to be interviewed when he visited UK by that television station. And I was, connected. I had that channel. So I used to listen to him back in 2017. And the way he was speaking and what he had done for Anambra State and, of his credentials and his achievements, I fell in love with him. He was the first governor that I fell in love with like that. Because I've not been to Nigeria in years, but listening to this Nigerian man, I began to brag on him. And I began to talk about him, so openly and passionately to my Anambra friends. So it was then that the Anambra people, some of them were based in the US, some of them were based in Europe, some of them were based in Nigeria, but mainly those ones who were based in Nigeria, they began to tell me that, Pastor, have you visited Anambra? Have you gone there before? Have you seen what is on brand? Why are you just believing somebody who can talk? They were the ones who told me that if anybody has done anything of repute in Anambra as a governor, it is one Chris Ngige. I've never heard of that Chris Ngige at that point. I didn't even know about him. So when I was now about to write this article, I went to do research. But the research I did was for the times of their governorship before 2020. So that I was hearing, I wanted to see what Anambra people were saying on ground about the stewardship of the two men before 2020, before Obi declared his intention to contest as a president. So, not now that even those people who were criticizing him back then, all of them are now hailing him. But if you just go to the internet and do your research, what Anambra people were saying and who are they giving credit to more before the year 2020 in the history of the governors of the Anambra State, they were always talking about Chris Ngige They said they engage, they said they see what he has done, the roads he has done, the infrastructure he has done. Not that Obi didn't do anything or he didn't try, but it's not the best, they said. Okay, for example, let me give you just one simple arithmetic, which is could be verified. Everybody can verify. So if you go to the record about the internally generated revenue during the time of Ngige, during the time of Obi, and during the time of Obi'S, take three men in Anambra, and what was the result of their stewardship? How much did they? Because Nigeria now, where Nigeria is right now, we need a president that will be able to generate income for the country because we are almost bankrupt. So we need somebody who is a genius person in generating money, in raising money, in copying. But when you look at the record of Obi, what he generated was less than 1%, I mean, less than 10% of what he added to what he made on ground. I can find the statistics. So what he added was less, he couldn't even generate 10% of internally generated revenue. But Ngige generated like 200, almost 300% increase in the internally generated revenue when they were governors. And the Obi'S didn't do as good as Ngige, but he was able to generate, even more, almost the same as Ngige. But Obi was able to save money, but he was not able to generate money. So someone like that would be a catastrophe for Nigeria where we are right now. We need somebody that will come with ingenuity of how to raise money and create wealth from nowhere for Nigeria right now. If necessary, I will give you later on, if you want, the exact statistics.
Thank you very much, sir.